What's up, guys? This is Untouchable Force, and today I'm just gonna bring you a video, just on my collection and what I how I've been developing as a collector of video games. Um, Over the years, collecting games back from my two previous jobs of from FYE and from GameStop, I picked up a lot of titles. The bulk of my collection comes from those 6 years of dealing with retail stores that deal with games directly. So I would buy a lot of stuff off of customers for the price that we would sell them, for the price that we will buy them in the stores. So, for example, if you came to my store and you sold me a copy of, let's say, whatever, Fantasy Star Online for GameCube, which is an amazingly rare game right now, and our system offered you 15 bucks, and I knew that we were going to resell that same game for 50 bucks, I would just tell the customer, hey, look, I'll give you 15 bucks. And the customer's not losing out on anything. They'll just, they'll go for it. It's a no-brainer. Not to mention that the cash value that the system was going to offer, I'm giving them more than that cash value, because that $15 is just the credit, the store credit price. So it's a win-win situation for the customer and a win-win situation for me. Why not? Why not buy that game at that price? So I picked up a lot of games, and what I've noticed lately is that what I noticed when I used to do that is that I would be picking up games constantly, and I wouldn't be playing them. I just would be buying them just for collection purposes. Now that money is kind of rough and I can't be wilding out like that, I've learned to buy what I'm gonna play, essentially, or just keep it, you know just keep it in check. Don't wild out. Don't be buying games just because you got a good price on them. Buy them because you want to play them, or you want to keep them for collection purposes, and they might be worth something. So what I'm going to show you is my 360 games, because that's by far my biggest collection this whole generation, and just show you the ratio of games that I've purchased and games that I've beaten. Um, if I was to do this with any of my other collections previous to the 360, PS3 and Wii, uh, the results and the ratios of games beaten to games purchased would be way lower, because I know, for, let's say, I have about 70 something GameCube games. Out of those 70 something GameCube games, I probably haven't beaten even half of them. Only for the fact that I bought them. I At that time I was buying games just to collect games. So I'm just gonna show you my 360 games. That way you can see, how my mindset has changed as a collector and as a gamer, and start really budgeting my money, so I can't be wilding out and buying these games OD. Now I'm actually, buying these games, completing these games, and holding on to them for collection purposes. So I still am a collector at heart, but you know, I gotta start I gotta start actually putting some of these games to use, because I wasn't doing it in the past. So without further ado, I bring you the video. All right, Untouchable Force. I'm going through my 360 collection, just showing you which of my, what is it, like 80? I have like freaking 80 360 games. Just to show you guys that I'm not just a collector. I play these games. And I beat these games. So I'm gonna show you out of my collection which games I actually beat, and which games I'm working on, and which games I haven't even touched. So AC/DC Live, it's a music game. I don't think you can really consider you beating them. I mean, I played all the songs, so I guess that qualifies. Battlefield beat single player. Bayonetta beat single player, which is a beast. Beatles Rock Band, I played all the songs. I guess you consider that beating it. Beautiful Katamari, finished it. Big Bumpin' is like mini games. It's not really like a story mode, so I guess you say I completed it. Bionic Commando, I don't know if I'm ever gonna touch that game again. It's just simply not that good. Bioshock, beat it, loved it. Bioshock 2, just recently finished it. Awesome game, not as good as the first, but still awesome. Blaze Blue, or Blaz Blue, beat it. Bomberman, Jesus Christ, that game sucks. Brutal Legend I haven't even touched because I still have some games on my backlog that I gotta finish. Call of Duty 2 finished it on Veteran. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 finished it on Veteran. Civilization Revolution I'm currently, well, I've played matches. You can't technically like beat the game, but I haven't beaten it with all different countries or leaders or whatever you want to call it. Conan I beat. Condemned 1 and 2 I'm about halfway through with Condemned 1. But that's one of the games on my backlog. And then when I finish Condemned 1, then I'll hop on to Condemned Part 2. Crackdown finished, Dante's Inferno finished, Darkness I'm about halfway through, Dead Rising 1 finished and destroyed, Dead Rising 2 finished and destroyed, Dead Space finished, DJ Hero finished, Oblivion finished, Enslaved, I was kind of like disappointed with this game, haven't finished it yet. Fallout 3 I finished, I just recently bought the download content, Brotherhood of Steel and some other stuff, but I actually started liking it towards the end of the game. It got a lot more fun. I just wish there was more variety in enemies. Forza Motorsport 3, I didn't really play that too much. Gears 1 and Gears 2 finished completely on Insane. Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfighter, I actually have not finished this game, which I'm surprised. Grand Theft, I haven't finished, I'm about halfway through. I hate the checkpoint system in this game. Like, you can get really far in a mission and screw up, and you'll have to start the entire mission again, and it sucks. Guitar Hero World Tour, Part 3 and Part 2 I finished. ODST I haven't. Halo 3 I have. Reach I haven't beat single player. Cameo I haven't beat single player. LA Noire I have not. I'm about halfway through on that. Last Remnant, I didn't really. I'm about halfway through on that, but it's one of those games that it's just an RPG. RPGs take me forever to beat. Left 4 Dead 2 finished, Lego Batman finished, Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda finished, Lego Star Wars 2 finished, Lost Planet finished, Part 2 I haven't even really begun that one. Ultimate Alliance I finished, Forza 2, like I said, I don't really like racers too much. MVSC 3 finished, I guess arcade if you want to call it. Mass Effect 1 and 2 completed. Mortal Kombat completed story mode. Need for Speed, I'm like really near the end, but it's just some of these races just take forever. Ninja Gaiden 2 I haven't finished. This game I completely forgot that I freaking have this, but I have to finish that. Perfect Dark Zero I finished. Phantasy Star Online I didn't really play like single player, because single player is just like pretty much it's multiplayer except you get like partners and whatnot. So I guess you can say, oh, well, I'm halfway through. I haven't finished that. Pirates of the Caribbean, I don't know if I'm even going to play that, but I'm going to finish it eventually. Pocket Right Racer, that's one of those multiplayer games. Prey is an amazing game. You guys should definitely play it. Awesome game. Pure is one of those games I pick up every now and then, but I'm definitely trying to complete that game, and it's definitely awesome. Rainbow Six 1 and 2, I don't even realize, I don't know if I've beaten them or not. I gotta find out. Resident Evil 5 I beat it, Rock Band beat it, Rock Band 2 beat it, Saints Row 1 beat it, Saints Row 2 beat it, Sonic Genesis Collection. These are games that I've beaten, you know, as a gamer growing up, so I guess you can say I completed it. Not all of it, but Sneak King, one of those mini game thingamajigs. Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter, finished those. Tale of Vesperia, I'm like about 40 hours in, and fuck, yo, I hate RPGs now, just for the fact that they just drag on way too long, way too long. I'm about 40 hours, and I still think I have like another 30 hours to go. Tomb Raider, I haven't picked that up yet. Too Human, God, the game is horrific. And Unreal Tournament 3, I just played multiplayer in that game, so single player didn't really count. So I think I have a pretty decent, you know, ratio as for games purchased and games beaten. And I haven't been buying a lot of new games. The only new games that I'm getting this year is actually 3 games on my list. Those 3 are Saints Row 3, which, you know, I can't do without. Battlefield 3, which is obvious, and the last choice I just decided to pick it up because, you know what, even though I didn't like Oblivion, as much as other gamers did. Um, Skyrim just looks so promising. So I think I am gonna end up picking up Skyrim. So those are the next three games I'm gonna pick up. But I do see myself beating um, Condemned soon. I see myself beating Halo Reach soon for sure. I'm do some co-op and finish that finally. Um, and there's a couple other ones in here that I'm just trying to pick up. It's just that, you know, being a gamer and having this quote unquote what I call gamer ADD, it's really hard to complete some games and not be interested in playing new ones at the same time. But there you go. Untouchable Force. Peace.